We need to... Oh, are we gonna...
Yeah, we'll say we're just playing in the background.
Alright, here goes. Welcome back to the last episode.
Last episode of the season, yeah. This is number 10.
Of Two Guys and Some Records.
We made it to number 10.
Barely.
Despite
Barely.
Some other people that may disagree on the internet, but...
Which is fine. We're not looking for agreements everywhere. So I guess in this episode we're just gonna kind of recap all the records we listened to this season. But before we do that, a couple things. First, we're listening to Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah, this is the best of album that we pulled out of the collection. It didn't quite fit everything else that was part of the collection. It was mostly
part of the season, really.
Yeah, jazz. So we figured we'll throw this on. We're not really gonna discuss Casey and the Sunshine Band. They've probably been discussed so many times over anyway. Yeah,
and we wanted something a little different. Spice it up. Give you a little
couple happy tunes.
Yeah. But moving on. So do we talk about our constructive criticism?
Oh, absolutely we can. But let's dive into some of the albums. So we have all the albums that we went through this season here. We have in order by episode number. So we'll be starting with number 1, which is the Drum Suite by Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. I'm sure many people remember this one. This was actually one of the better albums that we had.
Yeah, I liked this one a lot.
So we got very lucky by pulling. Again, we pull all records at random. It's literally just a pile of records stuck in a rack, and we can't even see anything. Like, our view is the side view, so we're not picking anything out. That
you just walk up and go,
that one, and we put it on. That's it. So number 1, we got super lucky. This is also the one that had it was like a mix between like the African drum suite, but also the Afro-Cuban.
Yeah.
It had like the old style.
When you switch the side.
Yeah, the Cubana feel to it, where it had a little bit more like the shakers and like the maracas, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember dancing.
But it also had like the kind of Caribbean jazz piano too, which was a great album. We both liked it. I can't remember the rating we gave it. I'm pretty sure it was something like Space Panda.
I think it might have been
Space Panda. So
Space Panda.
If we know anything, Space Pandas are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This was definitely one of the better albums out there. And it was actually one of the most valuable ones. Like, I think this one was
that's
actually
right.
rated.
What was it like? I want to say it was like, I could be totally
like
wrong.
$40.
Like 40,
right?
yeah, I was going to say 40, 48 or something like that.
So it's also a collector's item, apparently.
Yeah, pretty cool.
But Art Blakey, he's obviously a drummer, and when we looked him up, he was pretty interesting. He had a lot of accolades. Like, he was one of the top guys that was out there, kind of progressing the drum movement at the time. And we're gonna get into a few other drummers later on and how influential they are. But Art Blakey was definitely one of them.
Yeah,
and you can tell by his work here.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of stuff going on this record. I remember hearing the first song and assuming it was going to be like the same feel for that whole side, and then I think the very next track...
Yeah, it was completely different.
Yeah, it was different, and we weren't expecting vocals.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere, yeah. So
yeah, I really liked this one. This actually got me excited to do this. Like, that was our first episode.
Yep.
And when we listened to this and it was so cool, I was like, alright, this is going to be fun. And then we had some good ones and we had some bad ones.
Yeah. So, Drum Suite Art Blakey was episode 101. You can check it out. I'll put a link down in the show description so you can hot link right to this particular episode if you're interested in it. I would highly recommend it. The quality of the episode isn't as good as what we're doing right now because, again, we just kind of started this. So,
learning curves.
The later episodes are much clearer, better. We had a better organization of the organization of putting the images on screen and whatnot. But check it out. 101. Sorry about the audio, sorry about the video, but the album is awesome. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'd say top 5 of all these. That makes it.
Yeah, Space Panda worthy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, again, who needs a monkey in space when you can have a panda in space?
Yeah, they're so cuddly.
Man. The dogs are loving Casey and the Sunshine Band right now.
They just bark it away. We'll give them time.
All right.
What was this
Next
one?
up.
Episode 2.
I can't say I remember this one as much as I do the first one.
Gershwin for the Moderns, Ted Heath and his music. Yes, this was the big band. It was like the kind of like the I think I called it almost like prom style, like some type of like ball. It was that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very distracted.
Alright. I'm gonna make a quick exit.
Yeah. Just gotta figure out what the heck's going on upstairs real quick. Looks like one of the kids might have got to this one. There's a bunch of pen on it, if you can see there. So, if this was worth anything, it's probably not anymore. It's not in the best shape as far as the sleeve goes either. But, yeah, I gotta be honest, I don't really remember this one. I must not have liked it very much.
No, this one was very sleepy.
That's why I didn't remember that.
We were sleeping through the whole thing. No, it started off actually good. Because I remember it starting off pretty, because we didn't have, coming from the Blakey one, we didn't have this big band style. So it started off like really cool, and then immediately went into like very slow songs.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure you listened to at least one song on the record. So they put the best song as number one.
Yeah, of course. Well, that was always the thing when I remember, like, we're old enough that we bought CDs.
Yeah. Yep. I remember.
Imagine that, kids, right?
What was the first CD you ever bought?
Oh no.
I think the first CD I ever bought, CD, was Green Day's Dookie.
That's all right. That's a pretty solid one. Mine, I remember very vividly, was The Offspring, and it was Americana.
Oh, it's funny that it was Offspring, because the first CD I wanted to buy was the Offspring's Smash, but my mother wouldn't let me. So
really? Yeah. I didn't think the Offspring
was parental advisory.
Yeah, this was
on the front. Apparently,
Americana was a badass album. That had like Pretty Fly for the White Guy was the biggest one. That's not what drew me there. The Kids Aren't Alright was another great one on there. Why Don't You Get a Job was a good one too, because they had the music video that went with it. That album was awesome. What was the very first album you ever bought? Any form of media?
Might have been a tape.
Mine was definitely tape too. Mine has a weird one actually.
It might have been something that like my parents listened to.
No, wait,
I feel like it was.
What's one that like you bought it yourself?
No, that I bought, but because my parents listened to it in the car or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And because they were my parents, I was like, oh yeah, I like this too. I'm gonna buy this tape. And I think it was like freaking. Nope, it wasn't. I was gonna say it was like Boys to Men or something.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. No. I don't know. I can't remember. That was a very long time ago. I remember my first concert was Paula Abdul, and I was like 8, and it was only because my dad
that doesn't count.
Got tickets.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
But I was psyched because that blue cat in like one of her old videos, it's like a cartoon cat, came out on stage in a costume, and I was like a little kid, like, yeah, cool.
Do you remember the movie Cool World?
Yeah.
Where they did like the
Brad Pitt?
Yeah. They did like the live action with the cartoon. That was pretty cool back in the day. I don't even remember the movie. I don't even remember what the movie's about.
It's. I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time.
The cartoon world and he got sucked into it?
No, I think he like. Did he?
I don't even know.
Dream it? I thought that the cartoon was just like part of that world.
But he got like sucked into it because like wasn't he trying to find his way out or some crap, and then he met the hot cartoon girl, and he was like, screw it, my life's better here in the cartoon world. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know.
I think it's on one of the media platforms like Netflix or.
If you've never seen Cool World before, it's like an early '90s movie of it's shot live action on a green screen and then superimposed with hand-drawn cartoon. Watch it for the art style alone. If the movie's because I don't really remember it either.
I mean, it was a long time ago at this point, like
just 25 years ago.
Yeah,
probably.
it's like well done. It's like the scenes where Brad Pitt is like making out with a cartoon, and it looks like he's actually like making out with a cartoon. Like,
I wonder if they use the green screen, like like the suit.
Oh yeah, and like making out with someone. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, they did the same kind of thing in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yep. Actually, it might have been before Cool World. Actually. Yeah.
I think they were definitely same era.
Yeah.
Like, and there was another great movie, by the way.
There's another one I can't remember either that was beyond, but the technical aspects was beyond the time.
This is a sleepy record.
Yeah.
That's why we're not talking about it much. No offense to anyone who is more musically educated than us.
Yeah, from what we're told, Ted Heath is he was the pioneer of British jazz and big band at the time. And he's one of the more popular ones. The owner of the collection, Bob, who is also a jazz drummer himself, this is actually one of his favorites, would be Ted Heath. I don't know if this particular album might have been one of his favorites, but definitely he said Ted Heath was one of his, I guess, inspirations at the time. So, I don't know. Screw it, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Episode 3.
Sammy Jones, Chevy Van.
The old Chevy Van. This album was actually pretty good.
Yeah. And you know, even if you're not...
Early Morning Love was a good one. Chevy Van was a good one.
Yeah, and most people have heard the song Chevy Van.
Well, there was the song of the 70s.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They rated it.
Was it Rolling Stone song of the 70s?
It might have been. I don't know what the list is from, but yeah, it was like This one came out in 1973, I think, and it was dubbed as the song of the 70s, I guess, whatever that means. But yeah, this one had some other great ones on it too. Oh no, this is the one that was all shagging on one side and Jesus on the other side. Side one was all about, you know, and then side 2 was all about, you know,
the Lord.
Jesus. Yeah, with, you know, Holy Mother, Asian Father, not Asian Father, from the past episodes. We misconstrued that one. But Way Out Jesus was also another great one. But this one actually had some... It was different because being 70s, it's a little bit more modern than most of the albums that we went through.
Yes.
So
yes.
It had,
which I think is an important thing to note.
Yes. Because we did have albums ranging from, I believe the oldest one even might have been the Art Blakey or the Ted Heath one, which was like 1951. And it was maybe Sammy John's, or later on might have been either Buddy Merrill or even Marshall Tucker Band, was like 76 or 77. So pretty good range. Not too much in the 60s, either 50s or 70s in this case for this season. But this one overall, I think we both liked it.
Yeah, we did both like it. I mean, we didn't rate it Space Panda, but we rated it fairly high.
Yeah. Album art was pretty cool on both sides.
Yeah. And the back here is very cool. I love the separation just with the waterfall there, which immediately reminds me, you know, of how he has one side about shagging and the other side is all like religious.
Yeah.
Almost like he's trying to like balance it out. Like, sorry, God.
It's the duality of being a rock.
But yeah, cool artwork. Right? And I think we found out that he like diddled a little girl or something like that, which isn't very cool. But a saint compared to our friend Buddy.
Oh, Buddy.
Which we'll get to. But yeah, that was number 3.
Episode 3, yeah.
Did this one end up having any value of any kind? I don't remember.
I don't think it did. I don't think any of the other ones
really had much value except for the
drum suite one.
Yeah,
that might
maybe the Gene Krupa one.
Yeah, Gene actually might have had some value too, because Gene was a top-rated drummer. But Chevy Van was in multiple movies for soundtrack. Like, he had a lot of songs. Sammy John's had a lot of songs that was in soundtrack, so he was more modern. And of course, in the 70s, you now have a bigger movie industry, and television is also now much bigger than it was in the 50s.
Right.
So a lot of these albums, you know, the production is higher, so the value isn't quite there. Doesn't take away from the quality of the album, though.
Real quick, just going to switch sides.
Nice, side 2. So you're going to flip to side 2, and I'll talk about episode 4, which was the Marshall Tucker Band Long Hard Ride. This is the one that featured all the artists on the back, and if you actually go to their current website today, in 2018, their website actually looks quite similar to this, where the photos of the guys now 30, 40 years later, but in kind of the same configuration, even in almost the same order. But Long Hard Ride, this was a kind of a southern rock with a country kind of sound to it as well. First song, which is the title track, Long Hard Ride. This is a great song here. Long Hard Ride was the one that had the whips, remember? The whips and the like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was very
this one was very different.
It was weird.
Than most of the other ones we listened to. It
started off awesome. With that, the Long Hard Ride, if anything, listen for just that song.
Yeah, and I almost wonder if the guy who gave these to you, like, accidentally had this in this part of his collection, because you said he had them organized.
Sort of organized. He has like
maybe he has organized by year.
Maybe no, because we had 50s and.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So the way he kind of gave it to me was he had like a pile of stuff and he was just grabbing things from different parts. The O-face.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on screen, but come on.
Gotta love that. But when he gave us the collection, he was just like, "What do you like?" And I was just like, "Give me a variety of anything." And he pulled one from here, pulled one from there, and he just kind of compiled together and gave it to me that way. But it was from one room, so he has multiple rooms of albums, and whatever the room that we were in was not his like main collection. So we kind of got like the B team a little bit maybe. But there's some good ones in there.
Yeah, totally. And again, the song "Long Hard Ride"
I liked it.
Was awesome.
I liked it. Yeah. It reminded me of the movie Tombstone. It put me right in that kind of
great movie,
that Western feel, the early 1800s, and look at the album cover. You have the stagecoach being pulled by horses.
Yeah, it's like a scene right out of Tombstone.
Yep, and they're being robbed by the bandits over here. Like that's what I envisioned. That's what I felt like was going to happen. It's the Long Hard Ride, the Frontier. That was a good one.
That was a good one. I would
The album as a whole was kind of.
Yeah, if you can find like the solo, like the single for Marshall Tucker Band and the Long Hard Ride, I'd say that was worth it.
Yeah, I'd give it a.
Yeah, that's the rating. Quick crack.
All right. So
this one I remember being cool.
Yes.
Shelly Man and His Men.
At the Black Hawk.
So this was a live record.
And this is actually record number 2 of 4, because they recorded 4 albums at the Black Hawk in a compilation, I guess, 4-part section. I don't know if it was from all the same night. That'd be a pretty long day, but.
Oh yeah, this one only had 2 songs on each side.
So look at the length of the song, and that's what we pointed out before. They were very, very long songs. And this was all jazz. I don't even remember if there was even any vocals in this one. Maybe on one of them, but yeah, I think this was mostly instrumental. Yeah, being 12 minutes, 13 minutes, and 19-minute songs, most likely they're going to be all instrumental. But then we also had a gem from Tiffany, which was only 15 seconds. That was that, that drum solo, and then right at the very end was just an announcement. kind of didn't live up to the full expectation. Recorded in 1959. This is one of the older ones too. I think we both enjoyed this one. This one
this is a cool one. Cool picture too. Just like
that's the nice thing about jazz is everyone just looks so cool.
Yeah, and like just the vibe in the room that they're in. It's like the lighting and I don't know, just everything about it. They're kicking it.
Yeah, this might
be a little harder to see on the camera, but man, right after think about it, like the 50s were like right after the World War.
Yep.
Like people were like, in good spirits because all that was over.
Yeah, that's when they started making babies.
Yeah,
baby boom
making a little love to that. Yeah.
That's all from Shelly Man.
There you go, Shelly. Thanks, dude.
Making all the little kids out there, baby boomers, who also made us. So thank you, Shelly. So that was episode 5. Yeah, we can't count on this show. Episode 5, Shelly Man and His Man at the Black Hawk. Record number 2 of 4. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to get 1, 3, and 4. I doubt we are. So
unless the guy has them,
he might. he's got hundreds, so maybe we have to dig through some. But I would definitely check it out, and if you could find, maybe a CD of the compilation of all 4 albums, that might be worth it there. I would say definitely worth the price of admission for Shelly Man.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you just have a cool party going on and you need some background jazz.
I think we said that, actually.
Yep.
Like, this is a really cool,
That's the
like,
perfect
background
album
music,
right there.
like at a party or something. Then we had Leon Marion.
Oh,
His
this
Trumpet
one.
and Magic Carpet.
This one was great. I think this one was one of the better ones that we had.
Wait, is this the one?
Remember the Outer Space, Magic Carpet was awesome, For the Good Times was good. When You Want a Boggy?
Theme from The Godfather. Yeah, these were all like the covers, weren't they? Or some were covers. Maybe it was the first side was covers and the second side wasn't?
No, I think, not all of them were covers, but he had kind of his own version of it.
Oh yeah, Getting Sentimental.
But this is also the one, remember the...
Getting Sentimental Over You.
Yeah. When You Want a Boggy. With
When
the
You
typo.
Want a Boggy.
With the typo. This one was a great
It's
album.
authentic.
And that,
it was a great album.
And When You Want a Boggy was actually a pretty good song.
Yeah.
Well, which is actually When You Want a Boogie, obviously. But this one did include the typo. This is the album that is worth like $1 million or something like that because of the typo, but it really wasn't. It was like $4.
Yeah, yeah.
But Leon Marion.
If you offer him $1 million,
Awesome trumpet. He had very varied songs here because the theme from The Godfather was all horn.
Yeah.
And then immediately after that went to Outer Space, which had like the little xylophone and
which was very very appropriate name, Outer Space.
And then Magic Carpet with that funky kind of almost like a hippie vibe to it.
Yeah, I mean, and wasn't that a cover of like Magic Carpet?
No, I think that was his own song because it's Marion and Fells. Remember Marion and Fells were the two guys that pretty much wrote like everything on here.
Well, Marion is
Leon.
Yeah, Leon, and then
and by the way,
some other
Leon
guy.
was white, right? Was that the shock that we threw out there too? For the longest time we didn't know that.
I don't remember.
But yeah, see, we have Fells here, Marion.
Wait, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
we assumed that he.
I don't know why. But we just did for whatever reason. But yeah, Magic Carpet was that funky, like hippie, like come on, ride on the magic carpet or something like that. I don't even remember what it was, but
his Magic Carpet made a miracle.
That's right.
I just remember it being awesome. I mean,
definitely one that we can recommend. Actually, I would say I would go full album on this. Like if you're gonna look at Leon Marion, check out Leon Marion, His Trumpet, and Magic Carpet. It's a fantastic album. It's got good variety. It's got songs you can dance to. It's got songs you can just chill and listen to. It has a little bit of everything on there.
Yeah, to get the theme from The Godfather on there, that has a
why not?
Definitely has a certain kind of feel it brings to the table. Like,
sure.
Like
this was episode.
I'm about to get ganked. 6, yes. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, and this is 10.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh, so next we had the famous Gene Krupa.
Probably our most viewed video that we had for this season.
Definitely our most viewed.
Which also got the most feedback.
Yep, which is fine. Which is fine.
This is absolutely fine. This is what we want. We want to start a conversation.
Yeah. We're and first of all, this is like learning for us. Like
yeah, we're not music aficionados. We
don't claim.
We never claim to be
at all.
This is something where we just kind of started. We enjoy music. We enjoy listening to a variety of music.
I play drums.
Yep, he played drums. I don't even play an instrument.
I'm no Gene Krupa.
But we kind of got in this together just to enjoy new music that we've never heard before.
Right, and that's part of this show. Yeah, like you said, we're learning on the job, so to speak.
We're learning on the job, and Gene Krupa, the exciting Gene Krupa, ended up being like the ranked like number 7 best drummer of all time.
Yeah,
which was shocking to us, and we learned on the show. And down in the comments below, people were saying like, "How do you not know Gene Krupa?"
Yeah, he did this, yeah. And it turns out like some really awesome stuff that not everybody maybe not all musicians even would know, but like a drummer could appreciate.
Yeah, and apparently he still has a following today.
Oh, totally.
One of the commenters in the on the YouTube comment section even said that he runs a website with all about Gene Krupa, and we're excited to hear something like that. Like, I'm glad we're able to reach out with our limited knowledge and bring the exciting Gene Krupa to some people.
Yeah, and you know, I hats off to the gentleman who runs that site for not tearing us apart for our lack of knowledge.
He's very gentle compared to some of the other guys.
I think I even made a comment about how Gene looks in the episode. Like, you know, he looks like he's pooping or something, you know, which was ignorant and disrespectful, straight up. I know that.
But he was also the one that did the drum battles.
And basically invented the drum solo.
Yep.
And
a pioneer in the drum kit industry, where he would actually team up with some manufacturers to create certain drum kits.
Yeah, and he was the first. Is this what the gentleman who ran the website said, that he was one of the first, or he was the first guy to convince Slingerland, which is a drum brand,
one there,
to put tuning pegs and a head on the bottom of toms as well as the top, which is huge to me as a drummer. Because I mean, all my toms have heads on the tops and bottoms. I remember having seen a few kits that didn't have tom bottoms on them, and never thinking too much about it. So it's cool to learn from that gentleman that Gene Krupa is the one who basically pioneered that. And
so actually, it was a website. It's a Facebook group. Unfortunately, he did not leave in the comments what his group was, but his username is Drumutar. So if you're interested in Gene Krupa, you want to see more about him, maybe check out that group. I think, you know, Gene was very influential for many, many artists, and apparently
especially jazz artists.
Apparently, he's one of the sultans of drum. Right? He's
as opposed to the sultans of swing.
You're right.
Sultan of drum.
Sultan of drum.
So this record's probably worth something. All that being said,
you know what we should
definitely do? worth a pickup. It was a fun listen.
Maybe we give that one away.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. How about this? In the comments, maybe tell us what your favorite album that we reviewed in this season was, and you know, just give us a comment and then give us a thumbs up. Hashtag it 2 guys some records, and we'll put you in an entry to win this.
If you like Gene Krupa enough,
or if you have no idea who he is, like we did,
that's an easy way to get a Gene Krupa record.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll do that. Yeah, why not?
Episode 7.
So get in touch with us.
Again, on the comments.
Yep. Just mention what album was your favorite. It could be the Gene Krupa one. It could have been Art Blakey, or it could have been Leon Marion. We had some great albums.
Throughout
the season.
We did.
Just tell us which one is your favorite, and then send us a hashtag. We'll figure it out in the comments or whatever. But we'll get you guys this record somehow. Oh boy.
Oh, buddy.
This is episode 8.
Buddy Merrill.
Going into this, again, we have no idea who these artists are. We picked the records at random. We learned on the job, and we learned quite a few things about Buddy.
Which is funny, because we were listening to the record, and I feel like we enjoyed it for the most part, like as we were listening to it.
Yeah, because this one had Son of the Preacher Man, which was like that. It had like a little funk vibe to it. Seventh Moon, where we speculated was something about Saturn or some crap. The theme from Z, which was a movie, but we couldn't find it at that point in time. And then we got a little speculatory on a few of these, right? We called them a gigolo.
I think halfway through side 2,
we started to kind of piece things together,
and then Kayla sort of like dropped some information on us.
Yeah, you know what? Call us idiots. Call us the inspiration for Dumb and Dumber, which was awesome, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yep. We dissected this guy pretty well before we even knew who he was.
Yeah.
And you know what? We may not know anything. We may know a little bit of stuff. But we figured out who this guy was based on his music. You know what that means? He's a good musician because we figured out who he was. His
good
story.
Musician, bad person.
Yeah, shitty guy. Very, very shitty guy.
Don't buy this record. Don't support him.
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, we found that out too. Yeah, he's still alive.
Not a cool dude.
If you see him,
download it illegally. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore.
Yeah, use Napster or LimeWire.
Re-download Napster.
But Buddy Merrill, decent album, shitty guy. I don't even know what to say to that. Check out that episode. That was a very odd episode. Something we probably shouldn't have done, but it ended up being what it is. And fuck it, Buddy Merrill's an asshole. And yeah, check it out to see why he's an asshole. How about that?
Oh god! And then last episode 9.
Episode 9.
We had the Bourbon Street Paraders, which were a Cape Cod band, right?
Yep. So local to us, we're up in Massachusetts, so this must be a local find for the original collection.
Incredible.
I apologize for this episode. I was pretty much laughing the entire time because I was very mean. The back of the album was very strange. Apparently they wrote all their bios, and they also have great sense of humor. Because just some of the things they were talking about, just made absolutely no sense. As far as the music goes, it's ragtime, right? Not really. We're both not really into ragtime. If you're into ragtime, I can't see why this wouldn't be a bad album for you. But we got most enjoyment out of the album cover itself, mainly the rear. Pull out a few lines that we have.
Working as a member of the Cape Cod Ragtime Society band, and, in his own words, damn little else.
Oh my god. Yeah, this sextet of a group here. They each had their own bio here, and at the end of the bio, the last sentence, they just threw in whatever was on their mind at the time, right? Some of these just didn't even make sense. Where was the one with NASA? Right here, NASA. Says he made his living as an electrical engineer for some time working at NASA, but his calling was always music. And he now works as a piano tuner and musician on Cape Cod, where he spends his spare time counting his money. Hey, why not? But
I feel like there was one that was that really just took the cake.
They're all great. What is this one here? Well, unlike Stoddard and unlike every other member of his band, he has never led a band, nor has he ever asked to lead a band. However, he is known as Mr. Dispensable in every band he's played in, including this one.
That's the one.
He spends his spare time golfing and eating everything he can lay his hands on.
Wow.
So, Mr. Dispensable. These are great.
I caught another good one up here. Where did it go?
80 and over.
Ed lists his accomplishments, besides being born, as being a member of his high school's dance and Dixieland bands, attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, leading a band called the Incredible Dixieland Jazz Band, founded by his brother, but he somehow led it, at Carowinds, the huge theme park in Charlotte, working as a member of the Cape Cod Ragtime Society band, and we already got to that. Damn little else. This was so entertaining just for the back of this record. I would buy this record just to read it to my friends.
It's something when you're reading it and you're just did I read that correctly? Is this how it was supposed to go? But we had a great time with this album.
Yeah.
We definitely did, and you could tell that in episode 109. But that's it.
That does it for Casey and the Sunshine Band, too. What good timing, huh?
Yeah. Look at that. We went through 9 episodes, this being our 10th. We'll conclude the season. We will be working on a few other projects for the channel itself. We should be picking this up. We're going to actually get more of the collection. So he has graciously donated more records. Mm-hmm. I don't know what type of records, if it's going to be more jazz, if it's going to be even something completely different. We also discussed we actually might change it up and go with more of a 70s or 80s even rock theme.
Which would be cool, yeah. Well, there's a gentleman that I work with who's an incredible guitar player, and he has a collection of old rock and roll records that he's like very eager to give me so we can put on Two Guys and Some Records. So maybe we'll do that. We haven't really decided yet. We're going to give it some time. We've, and by we've, I mean Sean, has worked very hard on this season, so we'll give him a little break.
Little kinks here and there. Like I said, episodes like 1, 2, and 3 are probably pretty bad. We're fixing with audios, trying to adjust things on our boards.
Yeah, the episodes and even the seasons will get better.
Yep. Just things
as they go
post
on and as we do this.
You'll see by episode 5 we're getting the swing of things, and it runs a lot smoother, and the audio's better, the video's better, everything's much better. So if you came in early on and you're coming back to this now, watch a few of the later episodes. If you watch a few of the later episodes, only go back for the content, not for the actual quality of the video.
Yeah. And on the note of quality and content, I gotta be honest here, and I apologize to any viewers that may not partake, but it also depends what we're smoking that day.
It truly does. It truly does. But anyway, that's episode 10 in the books. Season 1, episode 1 through 10 should be online, linked already. I would recommend just kind of clicking through a few of the other ones, and hey, we'll pick up episode 2 sometime later this year. But in the meantime, check out a few other shows on the channel. Check out the website, which is ZFG.TV. We have a blog there, store there. We're going to be putting up some Two Guys, Some Record t-shirts. So if you're out there and you want to support us, buy some shirts. Definitely helps us. We're in the studio to get a little bit more things, better quality, step up our game a little bit. But
and hell, maybe even like any recommendations.
Yeah, if you want to see a particular record, shoot a recommendation over. We'll see if we can pick one up.
And we'll play it on.
We'll play it on an
episode.
Yeah. So I guess that's it.
Yeah. We'll see you next season.
Season 2. Peace.